All right, guys. So the new ban list came out, and I have a tier list for you. So this is gonna be, it's gonna be my opinion. So take it how you want. But we're gonna get right into it. Branded is gonna be one of the best decks, just flat out. It's not gonna be the best. It's gonna be one of the best decks, hands down. There's no arguing it. They still have the puppet lock. They still have everything. Centurion is gonna be still a rogue deck at this point. Um, but it's still going to be good. So do not be discouraged from it. The Calamity Lock's still a thing. You could even put it at the bottom of very good. Fire Kings. This deck is going to be the best deck for sure. It's going to be the best deck. Nothing will change. Dragonling got hit, but it will still find a way to be in the mix. So Rogue, it just always is. Fluent Reese, very good. It's nothing has changed. It's gonna be even better now because there's not gonna be Omni Gates running around. Yeah, it's gonna be good. Summon limit's gone, so just remember. Rescue Ace. I think people need to start experimenting with this more with the Snake Eye build. It did get a top like early on. It was getting some tops, and then people abandoned it, I think. But yeah, don't count Rescue Ace out, especially if that strategy, preventer, airlifter getting hit kind of hurts it, but not terribly. Now for Kashtira, it's going to be in the very good still. Nothing got hit. Shifter's still a card. And I was at a regional this weekend, and they had Shifter every game. So, it's hard to beat that. That's when the ban list came out. I was at a regional this weekend, and I pretty much seen all these decks, I think. Like, literally, I don't think I've seen Centurion. I think I've seen Dragon Link. Didn't see that. Labyrinth. Now, this is where I'm going to put this. Labyrinth is very good. It is very good. It does have an inherently bad matchup against Fire Kings. But other than that, it's, like, good. Like, because it can spam out specific trap cards that are just, like, floodgates. Like Dimensional Barrier and stuff. Manadium. Still going to be Rogue, but it got hurt really bad. Nibiru hurts it a lot more. Exo Sister, we're going to put it in just don't play this. It's not good. It's decent. Like, if you draw a Shifter every hand and then you just have a great hand. Yeah, okay. Orcust, no, just don't play that. It's annoying. No, I'm just playing. This deck's definitely going to be Rogue until somebody figures it out. Now that Heart Pourer is back at 3, but don't be surprised if somebody comes up with a pile deck that's like, you're going to see some tops with it for sure. Orcust Runic, Pearly, Delicious to 2. It's going to be very good. There's no way it's not going to be very good. It's very good now. It's just going to be very better. Rika, I think the right pilot with Rika, it's probably up here. But the deck's so complicated and big brain. It's like the most non-linear deck ever. And it can still put up an Omnigate with Regulus. So don't count this out. Runic Stun. It's going to be one of the best decks for this ban list. Just, there's no doubt. Like, Floodgate, like, nothing got hit like that this deck uses. They weren't using Summon Limit, so a lot of people are going to be picking this up. We'll see at YCS Riley this weekend. I plan to be up there. Sky Striker as its own deck, no. Sky Striker as an engine, yes. It'll be very good. There'll be decks that can play it. It can be very good. But I think it's going to take a very good pilot because board breakers take a very good pilot. So for now, we'll put it in Rogue. Pure Snake Eye. It'll still be very good until people figure it out, and then it'll probably be back to being one of the best decks. Sprite. This deck's going to be very good because it puts up negates very easily. And it plays through a lot. It can play Shifter. So it's going to be up here in the very good section. Other just variants of like locking people, stun decks that aren't Runic, they're going to be more Rogue tier just because the Runic engine is so powerful. Kashtira. Tier limits. Still gonna be Rogue, but I would not be surprised if it's like up here. If people start experimenting with this again, especially post Legacy of Destruction, I think we'll be good. Vanquish Soul, it's gonna be Rogue still. It's just not the format for Vanquish Soul. It could surprise you though. Voiceless, definitely gonna be in the best decks. I think it's gonna be the second best deck, just hands down. I am picking this deck up, and yeah, we're gonna pick that up. But yeah, I mean that's pretty much it. There's really no other ones that I want to talk about. I'm trying to think if there's some that I didn't think about. I don't know. I don't think so. I think that's it. I mean, all of these have variants, of course, like Dragon Link. There's Bestial Horus Dragon Link. There's Orcus Horus. I mean, there's no way to. There's Phantom Knights Horus. There's so many like Horus things, but they're all gonna be in the rogue category. You know what I mean? Like, even if you see them top, like they're still in the rogue category based on representation, not the actual quality of the deck. You know, like, I mean, Kashtira, it's got a lot of tots, but it's just not one of the best decks. It's just a very good deck. Same with Labyrinth. Like, even though it hasn't got a lot. Now, if you're basing Labyrinth on, and this is a perspective, like not perspective, projection of what's to come. So, Labyrinth, based on past, it should really be Rogue right now. But what I'm thinking it's gonna be is here. But yeah, let me know if y'all have any other issues with this. I mean, I don't think you can really argue any of this. You could argue that Pearly goes back up here if it gets a lot of representation, because the deck's kind of scary. It could slip up on people if they're not siding for it, you know. But I think if you're siding now, you put back Dimensional Barrier in your side, because Brandon's going to be everywhere. And let's see, Pearly's probably going to be coming. Then you have Sprite. Like, you have some things that Dimensional Barrier can just hit generally, you know. Xyz decks like Kashtira, like Dimensional Barrier hurts that deck. And that's one reason why Labyrinth is up here, because it can just spam Dimensional Barrier, and that deck covers a big range. It's still not going to do a whole lot against, you know, Fire Kings, Voiceless. But even, you know, like branded Voiceless, the version I'll be playing, is still, you know, you don't want to get Dimensional Barrier. I mean, I can put it that way. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe. We'll see you on the next one.